Welcome back. My name's Howard Martell, known as the Home Profit Coach. Here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, we're going to do episode 2, Why Today's Society is Broke Even When Income is High, in our Money 101 series. I just wanted to thank you for subscribing and seriously watching this video. It's definitely going to help you. So, have you ever noticed this? You talk to your grandparents or older relatives, and many of them bought a house, raised a family on one income, retired with a pension, and somehow they made it work. Fast forward today, two incomes, bigger paychecks than ever on paper, and yet people feel broke, stressed, and behind. It's not your imagination. The game really has changed. In this episode, I'm going to show you why so many people feel broke, even with a decent income, and what that means for your future. Welcome back to the Financial Money 101 series. I'm your host, Howard Martell, broadcasting from my space capsule here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where we're going to educate you about how to become a better steward of your money. You're listening to episode 2 in our Money 101 Paycheck Investing and Protecting Your Golden Years series. In episode 1, we talked about how culture is designed to make you spend every dollar, the hidden cost of not investing, and a key mindset: every paycheck has a job. Today, we're going to one level deeper and asking, why do so many people feel broke even when they're earning more than their parents did? We're going to cover three ideas: how money has changed in one generation, the trap built into today's consumer culture, and how those traps quietly destroy people's retirements, and how you can choose a different path. This isn't about blaming the system or shaming yourself. It's about understanding the environment so you can be a wise steward inside it. Romans 12:2 says, be not conformed to this world, but ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That includes how we think about money, what we're going to renew our minds today to. In segment 1, how money has changed in one generation. Let's start with a quick then versus now. A generation or two ago, for many families, one income could often support the household. Housing was a small slice of the budget. College, if you want, was far cheaper relative to income. Healthcare costs were lower. Many people had pensions, guaranteed income, and retirement. Was it perfect? No, but in many cases, there was a clearer path: work hard, stay loyal, retire with a pension, and a Social Security. Now, look at today. Two incomes are often required just to stay afloat. Housing, rent, property taxes decline dramatically. Colleges often comes with tens of thousands of dollars in debt. Healthcare and insurance are major budget lines. Traditional pensions have mostly disappeared. The responsibility for retirement is shifted from the company will take care of you to you're on your own, manage your 401k, IRA, and investments, and that can lead to disaster. In other words, the rules of the game have changed, but most people were never taught the new rules. So what happened? Good, hardworking people. You sign up for loans and don't fully understand. Live in an expensive area because that's just what things cost now. Take on subscription after subscription and assume that somehow it will all work out in retirement. That's not foolishness. That's a lack of training. From a stewardship standpoint, this is huge. If an environment has changed or a strategy has changed too, you cannot use your grandparents' money playbook in today's economy and expect the same results. That's why investing on purpose, every paycheck is no longer optional, it's survival. Now, let's talk about the daily trap built into our modern money system. A modern consumer trap. Today's consumer system has one main goal: keep you spending, keep you swiping, keep you subscribed. Think about some of the traps you see and I see every day. Easy credit. Store cards with instant approval. Credit offers in the mail. Zero for 12% months everywhere. Buy now, pay later. You want something that costs $200? Don't worry. It's just four easy payments of $50. Subscription creep. $9 here, 14 here, 5 there. Streaming, software, apps, memberships. On their own, they're small. Together, they quietly devour your paycheck. Social media comparison. You see curated high-rated reels, new cars, vacation, remodels, and it feels normal to always be upgrading. The message is constant. You deserve it now. Don't wait. Payments make everything affordable. But here's the part no one advertises. Every time you take on another payment, you're reducing your margin, delaying your investing, and often committing future paychecks you haven't earned even yet. From a spiritual lens, this is bondage. Proverbs 22:7 says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is the servant to the lender. Every new debt, every long term payment is kind of servanthood you're accepting. Now, debt isn't always evil in itself. Mortgages, for example, can be part of a wise plan, but unexamined debt and endless consumption is a problem when you put it all together. High living costs, easy credit, social pressure. You get a powerful trap. People spend their best investing years just trying to keep up instead of building a base for their future. And by the time they wake up and say, I need to get serious about retirement, they've lost 10, 15, 20 years of potential growth. So, what does this all mean for your golden years? Let's connect the dot. Segment three, why this leads to broken retirements. This environment doesn't just create stress now, it sets people up to be brokenhearted later. And here's how it usually plays out. One, no consistent investing during the working years. Everyone goes to bills, lifestyle, and debt. Retirement accounts, if they exist, get tiny, irregular contributions. I'll do more later. It becomes a life script, and you can't do this in this economy with inflation and with the depreciation of our dollar. You got to understand that you need to use what will offer for you at the end. Dependence on Social Security alone. Many people assume Social Security will be enough. For most, it's not designed to be a full replacement for your working income. Without investments, retirement becomes just surviving, not living. Outliving savings. People underestimate how long they live. Healthcare living costs in retirement can be high, and there's no solid investing foundation. The money simply runs out. Four, becoming financially dependent on others. Adult children feel pressure to help, stress builds in the family. That's not legacy most people want to leave. From a stewardship perspective, that heartbreaking. Most people don't want to be the burden. They simply never have a clear, simple plan and a mentor saying, start now. Every paycheck counts. Here's how. The good news. You're not stuck just because the system is stacked this way. You can do three things starting now. Understand the environment, which we're doing in this episode. Refuse to let culture dictate your money choices and build your own plan. A paycheck based investment system we're laying out in this series. Instead, culture first, bills, wants, maybe saving, and almost no investing. We flip it to stewardship first, investing, needs, giving as you're led, then wants within margin. You honor God, you honor the future, and you regain control over your story. Reflection, hope, and teaser for episode three. Let's land this with a simple reflection. I want you to think about your own situation for a moment and ask, where am I feeling the most pressure? Housing, debt, lifestyle, comparison. Where am I letting culture, not stewardship, set the standard for my money decisions? Just identifying those two things is powerful. Then I want you to write the phrase somewhere you'll see it. The game has changed. My strategy has changed too. You don't control housing prices. You don't control healthcare costs. You don't control what your employer does with your pension, but you do control whether part of your paycheck is invested, how much lifestyle you allow yourself to fund, and whether you accept the default consumer script or choose a stewardship script. There is hope because God gives wisdom generously to those who ask. And over time, small, faithful steps can completely change your financial future. In our episode three, we're going to go to get a very practical answer to that question. And so I'm very, very excited about it. How much you should invest from every paycheck. With that being said, I know we're at 7 minutes, but I want to share on the screen for you. Just bear with me. I want to show who I work with, right? We had a dinner last night called our Money One-on-One series. And this is who I invest with and stuff. This is who I decided to invest with a while back. I love it because it's a simple education portion of this. So let's go here to lists. You don't know why Howard was very smart about investing? Let's go here to this. You go to that site right there and you'll find out why Howard has been investing the way he's been investing, right? And they're local in the 757 area. We have what we call a Money 101 series. The Money 101 series does this. Now, we just had one. Our next one's going to be and I'll show you right here. This is for the women in wine. So just if you want to have a networking event, if you have a business or you're interested, definitely check it out. Wine, Women, and Wealth, March 2nd in Virginia Beach. It's from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Heather Brinkman and Five Rings Financial invites you to attend Wine, Women, and Wealth live in Virginia Beach. Join us to learn how to be smarter with your money and have fun too. Networking begins at 5:15 p.m. We'll start at 6 p.m. Wine, Women, and Wealth is a community of women supporting each other in business and relationship with money. We believe that empowered and educated women make great decisions with their money. Part networking, part financial education, and part girls' night out. You are sure to have a great time and meet some amazing women. There'll be wine, light refreshments, and there's no cost for you to attend. We welcome you to bring a girlfriend or two because we are committed than ever to supporting and encourage more women. This is a private event and everyone needs to register so you can plan accordingly. Space is limited, so please RSVP early. Can't wait to see you. Heather, please no children or financial agents without prior consent, and she will screen you. This is the address right here. This is who I'll be working with and stuff. Our next Money 101 series, I'll show you here. This is what I love about this is learn how to achieve your pot of gold. That's right. Join the Money 101 series. Introduce you to 7 time proven financial tools and strategies that are essential for college funding, retirement planning, tax reduction, or even simple wealth accumulation. And I believe in America, we need to have an education system that actually is sharing the values of what's going on with the dollar. So please, if you're interested, my name's Howard Martell. I'm what I call an advocate right now. I will be working with the Brinkman Group myself. They're actually here to help me as I study for my license. I'm going to be what they call an advocate right now. Once I get my license, I'll be part of their Five Rings family, and all we do is we use an education approach to understanding your stewardship dollars, your money. So if you're in the 757 area, and even if you're not in the 757 area, definitely connect with one of the agents that's in one of the 50 states. Yes, we're one of the largest uh, financial groups that educates you. So we had a great time last night. I had uh, two of my good one of my coworkers and his wife came out and enjoyed themselves. They asked some questions. They had a good meal, and they got educated about money. And they're in a very good financial situation. Now, let's flip the script. What will happen is once you go to this is an hour presentation. The doors open up at 6 o'clock. They start sharply at 6:30. Goes for about an hour. Then after that, there's a free complimentary buffet. What we're seeing is now parents are bringing their kids to this event, so their kids can eventually understand how to use the same advantages that has been around for long periods of time. You're going to learn about many, many things, but you're also going to learn and see me there. I'll be there, whether I invited you or not. I'll be there to support it because I'm learning and growing in my money management and stewardship dollars. Why? Because I'm able to help people. And when I served in the military, my last 2 years in closing, I was what they call a command financial specialist. I was budgeting and helping sailors with money. It helped me when I retired at the age of 39 for my first career. You'll hear the incredible story of Scott Brinkman and his service to this country, and also how him and Heather went to that same dinner, and now they are living the dream life and being their own business entity that helps people, the one percenters. There's over 83% of people like myself and you that are middle class or we're struggling. But what if there's principles, those 7 principles that you get taught in that night can help you? One of those principles I'm going to share with you is called living benefits. You can look it up. Living benefits is think of it as the old policy you had death insurance, which was rotary phone, right? And then the smartphone came around. So the smartphone, you have a death penalty, say a person has to die, for example. That's $500,000 right there for a policy, right? Because it costs the same. But a living benefits, you can actually utilize if you get terminally sick, because one of the biggest things that happens is a huge percentage of the population has a huge bill from healthcare because you think that your TRICARE or whatever, if you're in the military or Humana or Blue Cross Blue Shield, is going to actually going to pay for everything. No, there is an out of pocket cost that a lot of people don't realize. And what if you could borrow against that 90% of that value? Scott will demonstrate that. He's great at the presentation. He's been doing it for 15 years over that, and it's changed their lives. As my job is to help you just be educated about it. And then you're not going to get sold anything at that event. You're just going to get educated about your stewardship dollars. And this is a mission here, not only Hampton Roads, but I want to help people across the 50 states. But of course, I want to help my community because we are clients of theirs. 2 years now. Love it. Every year, we have an annual review to see how those stewardship dollars have been deposited and how God has multiplied that. And it's a smart investment because it allows me to take advantage of the same thing the rich do. Yes, I'm a home-based business owner, but I also recently left my career in cybersecurity, not by choice, but because of cutbacks. We 32 bodies lost their jobs 2 weeks ago. And some people are getting jobs now, some people aren't. But at the end of the day, it's about helping people understand stewardship money. And what it mentions is that you take the emotion out of it and you're going to be educated about it, because we have emotion, we're attached to money as America, we want it now and everything, and that's got us into trouble so much. Now, another cool thing is that what if we could bring this education to your church, to wherever? Reach out. You can reach out to Heather, myself. We've been talking about this is to be able to come out there and just provide information to your congregation if you're interested, especially if you don't have a financial stewardship thing. It's just an education portion. If they want more information, the information will be available to you. There's no obligation. It's just understanding that that's my mission, is to help our communities become stronger financially and create what I call kingdom culture legacy. Kingdom culture legacy. With that being said, please like, share, subscribe to this channel. And I'd like to see you at the Money 101. That's all I'm doing right now, other than studying for my state license and stuff, is to understand that I am going to be a person who wants to share what's going on, not only in my life, but also in many others' lives. And what I've coined myself as is I'm a benefits strategist, right? I help people manage their assets, their money, right? And I want people to understand that you have to be a very good steward of what's been provided to you, because if you're not, that's where it's going to it's definitely going to be something that you're not going to like and stuff. And when you and if you aren't managing your money properly, right, and not understanding what is going on and stuff, it can get scary out there. So I'm going to coin myself soon to be licensed as a living benefits specialist in Virginia, because I'll be specializing in helping you maximize those dollars. So when you are ready to hang up whatever career you've had and you want to enjoy your silver years, it's going to show you how to do it. Take care. I'm looking forward to you coming to our next one-on-one. March 11th and March 2nd is a women wine event. I shared that out. Please sign up and tell them Howard sent you. And thank you again. Take care, stay safe, and be smart with your money. And by coming on board and looking at the Money 101 series, that is part of the thousands of people that Five Rings has helped across the United States. Take care.